Some legends are born into greatness. Others fight their way out of darkness. This is not just the story of a footballer. This is the story of a boy who had nothing and decided that nothing would stop him. From the streets of Rosengård to the biggest stadiums in the world, this is Zlatan Ibrahimović. Malmö. 1980s. A small apartment in Rosengård, an immigrant neighborhood. Broken family. Empty fridge. Anger in the air. Zlatan's father was from Bosnia. His mother from Croatia. They divorced when he was young. Life was unstable. Sometimes there wasn't enough food. Sometimes there wasn't enough love. Zlatan writes in his book that he often felt alone. He stole bicycles. He fought in school. He didn't fit in. Teachers thought he was trouble. But they didn't understand something. He wasn't bad. He was hungry. Hungry to be seen. Hungry to survive. Hungry to matter. When Zlatan touched a football, everything changed. On the pitch, he wasn't the immigrant kid. He wasn't the angry child. He was powerful. At Malmö FF Academy, coaches saw his talent immediately. But they also saw his attitude. He didn't like being told what to do. He didn't like limits. One day, a coach benched him. Instead of accepting it quietly, Zlatan exploded, not with words, but with performance. He dribbled past everyone in training. He made it impossible to ignore him. That was Zlatan's language. If you doubt him, he destroys the doubt. At 19, he moved to AFC Ajax. New country. New pressure. New expectations. At first, he struggled. He felt different. He felt judged. Teammates thought he was arrogant. But Zlatan says in his book, "If you grow up where I grew up, you learn to protect yourself." Confidence was his armor. In Ajax, his raw street football evolved into something deadly. Technique. Vision. Balance. And then came that goal in 2004, dribbling past defenders like they didn't exist. That wasn't just skill. That was a message. I belong here. One of the most emotional parts of the book is about his father. Zlatan wanted his father's approval more than trophies. After big games, he would call him. Sometimes his father would simply say, "You can do better." No celebration. No emotion. Just pressure. It hurt him. But it also shaped him. He realized something powerful. If the world doesn't give you validation, you create it yourself. That's where the famous Zlatan confidence was born. Not from comfort. From rejection. In 2009, he signed for FC Barcelona. It was supposed to be the peak. But it became a battlefield. His relationship with Pep Guardiola was tense. Zlatan felt restricted. Controlled. In the book, he describes feeling silenced. He once compared it like this. "I was a Ferrari treated like a Fiat." He won La Liga. He scored important goals. But he wasn't happy. For Zlatan, freedom was everything. And when you cage a lion, it doesn't become smaller. It becomes dangerous. He rebuilt himself again. At Paris Saint-Germain FC, he dominated France. At Manchester United FC, he proved age meant nothing. Then came the devastating knee injury. Many thought it was over. But Zlatan didn't see himself as human. He once said, "Lions don't recover like humans." He came back. Because quitting was never part of his story. In 2023, Zlatan retired. But the boy from Rosengård never disappeared. He was still there. Inside the confidence. Inside the fire. Inside the goals. Am Zlatan is not just about football. It's about identity. It's about turning pain into power. It's about refusing to let your background define your future. Zlatan didn't just win trophies. He defeated doubt. He defeated poverty. He defeated limitations. And maybe that's why people remember him. Not just for the goals, but for the mindset. Because Zlatan Ibrahimović didn't ask the world for permission. He told the world who he was. And the world listened.